In the small, functional podcast studio, soft light bathes Anna and Mark as they prepare to record, microphones poised. Cables snake across the floor, a web of technology supporting the new Sentinel, whose banner hangs proudly on the wall. Anna leans forward, her expression earnest as she announces, "Today, we're diving into the real-world impacts of the codified executive orders," Mark adds, his voice filled with conviction. "We'll be sharing stories of people whose lives have been positively transformed. A dilapidated factory looms against the skyline, a skeletal monument to forgotten industry. Boarded-up storefronts line the desolate streets, each one a silent testament to dreams deferred and opportunities lost. A palpable sense of despair hangs heavy in the air, clinging to the cracked pavement and empty windows. The once vibrant town now stands as a haunting tableau of economic decline, its spirit slowly fading into the dust." Inside the bustling coffee shop, sunlight illuminates Sarah, a journalist in her late 20s, as she sits opposite Tom. Steam rises from their mugs, creating a veil between them. As Tom's gaze remains fixed on his coffee, sunlight etches the lines on Tom's face, mapping years of hardship and untold stories. A heavy silence fills the space between them, thick with unspoken memories. Tom finally breaks the silence, his voice heavy with regret. "I lost my job, my house. Everything seemed hopeless." The weight of his words hangs in the air, a stark contrast to the cheerful ambiance of the coffee shop. Sunlight bathes the intimate podcast studio, highlighting the soundproofed walls and professional setup. Anna leans forward, her voice clear and confident as she sets the stage. "One of the key executive orders focused on bringing manufacturing jobs back to the U.S. Mark listens intently, a thoughtful expression on his face as he prepares to delve deeper. "Let's see how this impacted Tom's life," Mark proposes, his words hanging in the air. The microphones stand ready, poised to capture the unfolding story. A palpable sense of anticipation fills the small studio, promising a personal and revealing narrative. The revitalized factory hums with renewed energy, a stark contrast to its previous stillness. New machinery gleams in the sunlight, promising innovation and progress. Workers stream through the factory gates, their faces bright with hope and purpose. Smiles abound as the community reclaims its industrial heart, breathing life back into the once dormant structure. The air crackles with anticipation, signaling a new chapter of prosperity and opportunity for all. Amidst the factory's clamor, Tom stands before a colossal machine, his movements precise and assured. His hands dance across the controls, a symphony of expertise and dedication. The machine roars to life under his command, a testament to his skill. A broad smile illuminates Tom's face, reflecting a profound sense of accomplishment and pride. Sunlight floods the coffee shop, illuminating the air as Sarah and Tom sit facing each other. Sarah leans forward, her expression a beacon of encouragement and anticipation. Tom's eyes reflect the bright sunlight, filled with earnest emotion. His voice resonates with newfound purpose. "This factory, it's given me a second chance." A hopeful light shines in his eyes as he speaks of redemption. "I'm back on my feet, and I have hope for the future," Tom declares, a sense of relief washing over him. In the podcast studio, the air buzzes with quiet chatter as Anna and Mark sit ready at their microphones, poised to broadcast Economics Today. Anna leans forward, her expression earnest as she highlights a personal story. Tom's story is just one example of the manufacturing boom. Mark nods in agreement, his tone confident as he emphasizes the broader impact. These policies are directly responsible for creating jobs and revitalizing communities. The banner behind them serves as a bold backdrop, reinforcing the podcast's focus on current economic events and analysis. The camera reveals a desolate inner-city neighborhood where hope seems to have withered under the weight of neglect. Graffiti sprawls across crumbling walls, each tag a silent scream in a place where opportunities are scarce. Poverty and despair hang heavy in the air, creating an atmosphere where dreams struggle to take flight. The neighborhood stands as a stark reminder of the systemic failures that trap its residents in a cycle of hardship and crime. Sunlight floods into the community center, casting a hopeful glow on the faces gathered. Maria stands tall, a beacon of determination amidst the palpable desperation. The air crackles with anticipation as she prepares to speak. Her voice rings out, clear and strong, cutting through the heavy atmosphere. "We need resources, we need opportunities," Maria declares, her words echoing the community's plight. "We need a way out of this cycle," she concludes, her gaze sweeping across the room, igniting a spark of hope. In the podcast studio, Anna sits poised at the microphone, a neat stack of papers awaiting her attention. Across from her, Mark settles in, prepared to delve into the intricacies of their discussion. Anna leans forward, her voice clear and focused as she begins. "This one focused on investing in underserved communities through opportunity zones." Mark nods, adding context with a measured tone. "These zones provide tax incentives for businesses to invest in these areas." Under the bright, hopeful sun, a modern tech startup gleams, promising innovation and opportunity. A long line of hopefuls snakes down the sidewalk, their faces a mixture of anticipation and anxiety. Each applicant clutches their resume, dreaming of a chance to be a part of this new venture. The energy of ambition hangs thick in the air, a silent testament to the allure of the new business. Inside the bustling tech startup, Maria stands as a beacon of change, her energy palpable. She dedicates herself to training young, hopeful faces from the local community. Her optimistic spirit fills the room, inspiring a new generation of tech enthusiasts. Each line of code, each lesson taught, resonates with her passion for empowerment. The startup is more than a workplace. It's a launchpad for dreams, fueled by Maria's unwavering belief. Sunlight floods the community center, casting long shadows and illuminating the dust motes dancing in the air. Maria stands tall, her presence radiating hope and determination as she faces the gathered residents. The room buzzes with a renewed sense of energy, a palpable shift towards optimism and action. Her voice rings with passion as Maria proclaims, "We have a chance to transform our neighborhood, to create a better future for our children." Sunlight floods the podcast studio, illuminating state-of-the-art equipment. Anna, sharp and professional in a blazer, faces Mark, who is more casually dressed, across the table. Microphones stand Sentinel between them, ready to capture every word. Anna leans forward, her tone confident. "The opportunity zones are stimulating economic growth and creating jobs where they're needed most." Mark nods in agreement, his expression earnest. "It's about empowering communities from within." They both project an image of poise and authority, fully engaged in the discussion. Under a merciless sun, dust devils swirl across the desolate fields, painting a stark picture of drought. Weather-beaten farmers, their faces lined with worry, gather like shadows against the horizon. Empty grain silos rise as silent sentinels, monuments to a harvest that has withered and died. The air is thick with the unspoken dread of losing everything, hanging heavy over the cracked earth. Sunlight floods the farmhouse kitchen, illuminating the tender scene. John, a weathered farmer, sits heavily at the wooden table, his tired eyes reflecting years of toil. His calloused hands rest on the worn surface, a testament to a life of hard labor. Worry etches the faces of his family as they gather around him, their futures uncertain. "We're barely making ends meet. I don't know how much longer we can hold on," John says, his voice heavy with despair. In the compact podcast studio, soundproofing panels line the walls, framing the professional setup. Anna, sharp in her blazer, faces Mark across the table, both poised with headsets on, ready to capture their voices. Anna leans forward, her tone precise. "This one focused on negotiating better trade deals for American farmers." Mark nods, adding with conviction, "These deals opened up new markets for their products." John's farm bursts with life. Tractors hum as they plow through fields ripe with crops. Workers carefully gather the abundant harvest, their movements precise and practiced in the golden sunlight. Pallets of neatly packaged produce stand ready, promising new beginnings as they are loaded onto waiting trucks. The trucks are bound for distant markets, each box a symbol of success and careful stewardship. John watches with a deep, contented smile, his family nestled safely in their well-kept home, a testament to his enduring efforts. Sunlight floods the farmhouse kitchen, casting a warm glow on the joyful gathering of John and his family. Laughter echoes through the room, a symphony of celebration filling the air. John, his face crinkled with a warm smile, raises his glass high, a beacon of hope and gratitude. The amber liquid inside catches the light, reflecting the promise of new beginnings. His voice rings out, filled with emotion, as he toasts to a brighter future, thanks to these new opportunities. Glasses clink together, sealing the moment in a chorus of shared optimism and familial warmth. The podcast studio hums with the quiet energy of recording equipment, a space where voices meet for conversation. Anna, poised and professional, sits opposite Mark, their faces illuminated by the soft glow of studio lights. These trade deals are helping American farmers compete on a global scale, Anna states, her voice clear and confident. Mark nods in agreement, his expression earnest as he leans slightly forward, ready to add his perspective. It's about supporting our agricultural communities and ensuring their long-term prosperity, Mark adds, emphasizing the importance of their work. Behind them, the podcast banner proudly displays its logo, a symbol of the voices contributing to the ongoing conversation. Under the relentless sun, a once vibrant coastal town now struggles, its spirit dimmed by harsh regulations and vanishing fish. Fishing boats lie idle in the harbor, their colorful paint peeling, each one a fading memory of prosperous days. Tangled nets rest on the docks, a silent testament to a livelihood slipping away like sand through weathered hands. The air, once alive with salt and fish, now carries the subtle, haunting scent of despair. The fishing boat's cabin is cramped, filled with the potent scent of salt and diesel. Captain David, a weathered man marked by the sea, his eyes reflecting years of hardship, turns to his crew. The boat sways gently, an uneasy cradle upon the endless waves. His voice, rough as barnacles, cuts through the air. "We're facing tighter regulations, and the fish are disappearing," he says, his tone heavy with concern. "It's getting harder and harder to make a living," David confesses, the weight of the sea pressing down on them all. Sunlight floods the small, professional podcast studio, illuminating the air as Anna sits poised at the microphone. Papers are spread before her, a testament to careful preparation. Across from her, Mark adjusts his headset, ready to contribute to the discussion. Anna begins, explaining the initiative. This one aimed to reduce unnecessary regulations that were harming small businesses, including fishermen. Mark nods in agreement, his expression thoughtful as he prepares to add his insights. Mark adds, expanding on the positive impact. By cutting red tape, they were able to boost economic activity. The fishing port teems with activity, a symphony of labor and life under the open sky. Weather-beaten fishermen strain and shout as they unload crates overflowing with the ocean's bounty. A swirling flock of seagulls fills the air, their cries echoing through the bustling port. The rumble of trucks and the hawking of vendors create a vibrant, chaotic energy. Small businesses thrive along the docks, their freshly painted signs a testament to prosperity. Colorful goods are displayed in the windows, promising treasures and delights to passers-by. The small fishing boat rocks gently, sunlight streaming through the windows, illuminating the joyful chaos within. Captain David, a man weathered by the sea, claps his first mate on the back, his eyes crinkling with laughter. The close quarters of the boat are filled with the crew's triumphant cheers and flushed faces, marking a momentous occasion. Dust motes dance in the golden sunbeams, mirroring the crew's jubilant energy as they celebrate their bountiful catch. Captain David's voice rings out above the din, a declaration of renewed hope. These changes, they've given us a new lease on life. We're back in business, And we're thriving, Captain David says, his words a beacon of prosperity against the vast, unpredictable ocean. Inside the professional podcast studio, the stage is set for a deep discussion. Anna sits poised at the table, the microphone a silent observer between her and Mark. Deregulation is helping small businesses grow and create jobs, Anna states, her voice clear and confident. Mark leans forward, his expression earnest as he counters. It's about removing obstacles and empowering entrepreneurs. The studio is silent for a moment, save for the soft hum of equipment as their words hang in the air. A battle of ideas plays out, the future of small businesses hanging in the balance. Sunlight bathes the university campus, now teeming with graduates in ceremonial gowns, a scene of jubilant commencement. Beneath the surface of celebration, a palpable unease ripples through the crowd, a subtle disquiet marring the collective joy. Graduates clutch their hard-earned diplomas, symbols of achievement tinged with the looming shadow of financial burden. A close look reveals faces etched with worry, the weight of student loan debt casting a pall over their bright futures. The smiles, though present, seem strained, a forced facade masking the anxieties that churn beneath the surface. The air is thick with anticipation, not just for the future, but also with the heavy knowledge of the financial challenges that await. Sunlight floods the classroom, motes of dust swirling in golden shafts, as Lisa stands before the professor's daunting desk. Stacks of papers loom around them like scholarly fortresses, dwarfing Lisa's worried figure. A furrow etches Lisa's brow as she confides. I'm worried about finding a job and paying off my student loans. It feels overwhelming. The weight of future burdens seems to press down on her in the bright, unforgiving light of the classroom. Sunlight floods the small, soundproofed podcast studio, illuminating the dust motes swirling in the air. Anna sits poised at the round table, a professional microphone standing ready before her. Across from her, Mark leans forward, anticipation evident in his eyes. Anna explains, this one focused on simplifying the repayment process and providing relief to borrowers. Mark nods in agreement, his expression earnest as he adds to the conversation. It's about making higher education more affordable and accessible, Mark asserts, his passion resonating in the small studio. Sunlight floods the office, casting a warm glow on Lisa as she works at her desk, a picture of serene focus. A contented smile graces her lips, reflecting a newfound peace and confidence. The air hums with quiet productivity, a stark contrast to the anxieties that once haunted her. Relief and optimism sparkle in her eyes, hinting at a brighter, more promising future. Sunlight floods the bustling coffee shop, highlighting Lisa as she sits across from her friend, steam rising from her mug. Lisa leans forward, her expression a mask of genuine relief, a weight seemingly lifted from her shoulders. The changes to the student loan program, they've made a huge difference. She begins, her voice filled with newfound hope. I can finally focus on my career without being weighed down by debt, Lisa confesses, the promise of a brighter future shining in her eyes. Sunlight bathes the intimate podcast studio, illuminating the air as Anna beams at the microphone, ready to inspire. Across from her, Mark nods in earnest agreement, their shared passion palpable. Anna's voice rings with conviction. Student loan reform is helping young people achieve their dreams without being burdened by debt, Mark adds, his tone full of hope. It's about investing in the future and empowering the next generation. Under the merciless sun, a desolate border town unfolds, baking in the oppressive heat. Weathered buildings stand as silent witnesses, their peeling paint hinting at hardship and struggle. Dust devils dance in the streets, swirling with the unspoken tension of a lawless land. The very air seems heavy with the weight of illegal immigration and the shadows of drug trafficking. A palpable sense of desperation hangs in the air, clinging to every corner of the forgotten town. Even the wind whispers secrets of survival and the constant threat of danger. Inside the packed town hall, sunlight illuminates the worried faces of the citizens. Dust motes dance in the sunbeams, each one a silent witness to the unfolding crisis. At the podium, the mayor stands, his expression a mask of grim determination. With a dramatic gesture, he emphasizes the weight of his words. His voice resonates through the hall, a call to action in the face of looming danger. We need to secure our border and protect our citizens. This is a matter of national security, the mayor declares, his words hanging heavy in the air. Inside the soundproofed podcast studio, the red on-air light blazes, signaling the start. Anna, in her mid-40 seconds, sits poised across from Mark, who is in his early 50 seconds, ready to ignite the conversation. Microphones stand as silent sentinels between them, capturing every nuance of their debate. Anna leans forward, her expression serious as she states, "This one aimed to strengthen our borders and crack down on illegal immigration." Mark counters with a resolute tone, "It's about protecting our communities and ensuring the safety of our citizens." The tension in the small studio escalates with each word, the fate of their narrative hanging in the balance. The border extends into the distance, a stark line drawn against the earth. Fortifications and advanced tech silently declare the increased vigilance. Regular patrols methodically tread the line, their presence a clear deterrent. The hum of surveillance technology permeates the air, a constant, watchful guardian. The once steady flow of desperate crossings has dwindled to a trickle. The town hall buzzes with anticipation. A sea of faces turn towards the raised platform. Sunlight floods through the tall windows, illuminating dust motes swirling in the air like tiny secrets. At the podium, the mayor stands tall, radiating an almost unsettling self-assurance. His gaze sweeps over the crowd, a subtle challenge in his eyes. "Our border is secure, and our town is safer," he proclaims, his voice ringing with conviction. A murmur ripples through the hall as the crowd hangs on his every word. Thanks to these new measures, soft lighting bathes the cozy podcast studio, highlighting the neatly arranged papers before Anna. Anna's voice fills the room with conviction. Border security is essential for protecting our communities and ensuring national security. Mark listens intently, his expression reflecting thoughtful agreement. Mark leans forward, adding his support. "It's about upholding the rule of law and safeguarding our citizens." The studio atmosphere is charged with the importance of their discussion, each word resonating in the quiet space. Under a vast sky, a solar farm sprawls across the horizon, a monument to future energy. Construction workers, figures of tireless dedication, orchestrate the installation of gleaming solar panels. Trucks rumble and heavy machinery roars, shaping the landscape and heralding a new era of clean power. The site pulses with vibrant activity, a symphony of human effort and technological promise. Sunlight floods the project office, casting a hopeful glow on the architectural models and charts. An engineer gestures passionately at the head of the conference table, their enthusiasm lighting up the room. "This solar farm will provide clean energy," the engineer declares, their voice ringing with conviction. The sunlight catches the engineer's hopeful expression as they speak of reducing the carbon footprint. "And create hundreds of jobs," the engineer adds, painting a picture of a brighter, greener future. The team leans in, captivated by the vision of sustainable progress unfolding before them. Bright lights illuminate the podcast studio, where Anna and Mark sit poised at the table, microphones ready. Stacks of papers sit neatly before them, a testament to preparation and focus. Anna gestures emphatically, her passion igniting the space as she speaks of crucial topics. This one focused on promoting renewable energy sources and reducing our reliance on foreign oil, Anna declares, her conviction ringing clear. Mark nods in agreement, his support solidifying their collaborative dynamic. "It's about creating a sustainable energy future and boosting our economy," Mark adds, amplifying their shared vision. Under the vast sky, an operational solar farm stretches across the landscape, a symphony of sunlight on gleaming panels. The air shimmers with heat, a visual testament to the clean energy being relentlessly generated. A silent, powerful hum resonates from the panels, a chorus of sustainable energy. Each panel diligently captures the sun's rays, transforming light into power. Homes and businesses draw life from this radiant source, a network sustained by the farm's tireless work. The solar farm stands as a beacon of progress, promising a brighter, cleaner future. Sunlight streams into the project office, illuminating faces alight with success. The engineer raises their glass, a wide, genuine smile reflecting the culmination of hard work. Their voice rings out, filled with conviction. This solar farm is a testament to our commitment to clean energy and economic growth. The room buzzes with mutual respect and shared triumph. Each participant nods in agreement, their eyes reflecting a shared vision of a sustainable future. Inside the soundproofed podcast studio, the red Own Air light casts a warm glow on the acoustic panels. Anna, poised and professional, sits opposite Mark, their headsets on, ready to broadcast. Energy independence is crucial for our economic and national security, Anna declares, her voice clear and resonant. Mark nods in agreement, adding, "It's about creating a sustainable future and ensuring our energy needs are met." Amidst the harsh concrete of an underserved neighborhood, a vibrant community garden bursts with life. Rows of lush green vegetables stretch out under the warm sun, a testament to perseverance and care. The air is thick with the fragrant scent of herbs and blooming flowers, a sensory oasis in the urban landscape. Children's laughter echoes through the garden as they chase fluttering butterflies among the tomato plants. Adults tend to the crops, their faces glowing with pride and a shared sense of accomplishment. This garden stands as a symbol of hope, combating food insecurity and nurturing healthy habits within the community. Inside the bustling community center, sunlight floods through the windows, casting a warm glow on the gathered residents. A nutritionist stands before the group, her gestures animated as she speaks with passionate conviction. Dust motes dance in the sunlit air, adding a sense of hopeful serenity to the room. The nutritionist's voice rings out, filled with purpose and promise. By growing our own food, we can improve our health and strengthen our community. Community residents listen attentively, their faces reflecting a mixture of hope and anticipation. A feeling of unity and collective purpose fills the room as the seeds of change are sown in the hearts of the community. In the brightly lit, soundproofed podcast studio, anticipation hangs in the air as Anna and Mark face their microphones. Anna leans in, her expression earnest as she begins. This one focused on promoting urban agriculture and ensuring access to healthy food in underserved communities. Mark nods in agreement, the studio lights reflecting in his eyes. He emphasizes the core message. It's about improving public health and empowering communities to grow their own food. The microphones stand ready, poised to capture the dialogue that promises to inspire change. A shared sense of purpose radiates from Anna and Mark as they prepare to broadcast their message of hope and empowerment. Bathed in the golden light of a perfect day, the Harvest Festival bursts to life with laughter and the chatter of joyful reunions. Tables overflow with nature's bounty, a vibrant tapestry of colorful fruits, vegetables, and homemade dishes stretching across the town square. Families gather around laden tables, sharing a feast of freshly harvested goodness. Beaming faces reflect the warmth of the sun and the shared gratitude for the earth's abundance. Sunlight floods the community center, highlighting rows of eager, smiling faces. The nutritionist stands tall, her face radiant with purpose as she addresses the gathering. A vibrant photograph of the flourishing community garden becomes the focal point, bursting with life and color. With a flourish, she gestures towards the garden's image, her voice ringing with conviction. This garden is a symbol of our commitment to healthy living and community empowerment, she declares, her words resonating through the sunlit room. Sunlight floods the podcast studio, highlighting Anna and Mark seated at the table, poised for discussion. Anna meticulously adjusts her notes, a picture of focused preparation. Mark leans in, his eagerness palpable as Anna declares, "Food security is essential for public health and community well-being." Mark responds, emphasizing communal strength. It's about empowering communities to take control of their food supply. Bathed in sunlight, the Skilled Trades Training Center buzzes with the energy of hands-on learning. The rhythmic hammering of nails creates a steady pulse as carpentry students meticulously assemble wooden frames. Across the bustling space, the focused hiss of soldering torches fills the air as plumbing students expertly join pipes. Sparks dance and flicker as electrical work trainees carefully wire circuits, guided by the watchful eye of their instructor. A symphony of creation unfolds as students master essential skills, shaping their futures with each precise action. Inside the brightly lit workshop, an instructor stands tall, ready to impart valuable knowledge to eager students. The air buzzes with anticipation as students gather around, their eyes fixed on the instructor. Scattered around the room, various tools and house-building materials hint at the hands-on lessons to come. The instructor's voice resonates through the workshop, carrying a promise of opportunity and prosperity. These skills are in high demand, the instructor declares, capturing the students' attention. And they can lead to well-paying jobs, the instructor adds, igniting a spark of hope and ambition in their hearts. The podcast studio bustles with subtle activity, rustling papers, adjusting microphones. Sunlight bathes the scene as Anna sits opposite Mark, their microphones poised, ready to capture every word. Beyond the studio window, a vibrant city pulses with life, a stark contrast to the focused calm within. Anna leans forward, her expression earnest as she explains. This one focused on promoting skilled trades and apprenticeships. Mark nods in agreement, his eyes reflecting the city lights. It's about preparing workers for the jobs of the future and closing the skills gap. The studio awaits, ready to broadcast voices into the world, carrying the weight of their message. Under the vast sky, the construction site buzzes with life as graduates turn dreams into reality, building homes and businesses. The relentless hammering and sawing create a symphony of progress, each strike resonating with the promise of new beginnings. Amidst the rising structures, the shouts of workers blend into a powerful chorus of collaboration, orchestrating the construction. Dust hangs in the air, illuminated by the sun. As the graduates lay the foundation for future generations, their sweat mingling with the earth. Sunlight floods the training center workshop, highlighting the energy of the graduating students. The instructor's beaming smile reflects the pride in the achievements of the graduating class. With a sweeping gesture, the instructor emphasizes the value of their education and skills. These graduates are proof that skilled trades can lead to fulfilling and well-paying careers, the instructor declares, encapsulating the promise of their futures. In the podcast studio, Anna's focused expression highlights her determination as she sits at the microphone. She confidently begins. Workforce development is essential for economic growth and individual success. Mark nods in agreement, his subtle encouragement fueling the conversation. Leaning forward, Mark emphasizes, it's about investing in our workers and preparing them for the jobs of the future. The studio fills with the quiet hum of potential as words weave a vision of progress and opportunity. The small business incubator buzzes with activity as hopeful entrepreneurs rush around, clutching laptops and prototypes. Banners proclaim dream big, start small, and your idea, our support, inspiring dreams amidst the hustle. The air crackles with nervous energy, a palpable sense of anticipation and ambition filling the space. The rich scent of fresh coffee wafts through the incubator, fueling the entrepreneur's dreams. In a brightly lit, modern office, the quiet hum of computers fills the air, mingling with the rich aroma of fresh coffee. A business advisor sits across from an entrepreneur, their expressions reflecting ambition and anticipation. The entrepreneur listens intently, hope flickering in their eyes as they envision their business taking flight. The business advisor leans forward, offering a reassuring smile. We're here to help you launch your business and achieve your dreams. In the soundproof podcast studio, the red on-air light casts a warm glow, signaling the start of the broadcast. Anna, poised and professional, sits at the microphone, ready to engage her audience. Across from her, Mark nods, prepared to delve deeper into the topic at hand. This one focused on reducing regulations and providing access to capital for small businesses, Anna states, her voice clear and confident. Mark elaborates, his tone earnest. It's about creating a level playing field and empowering entrepreneurs to succeed. Sunlight streams over a small business, illuminating its bustling storefront. Employees move with purpose, their bright faces reflecting a shared sense of accomplishment as they engage with a steady flow of customers. Once a fledgling startup, the business now stands as a beacon. Its vibrant energy, palpable in the air. The success of the small business is evident, its positive impact rippling outwards into the surrounding community. The storefront radiates a sense of optimism and growth, a testament to dreams realized and hard work rewarded. Sunlight floods the modern incubator office, illuminating rows of focused entrepreneurs at their laptops. The business advisor, sharp in a tailored suit, radiates pride and approval. He beams, a picture of professional satisfaction as he surveys the bustling scene. This business is a testament to the power of entrepreneurship and the importance of supporting small businesses, he declares, his voice ringing with conviction. Sunlight floods the modern podcast studio, illuminating the poised figures of Anna and Mark. Anna, a businesswoman with a keen edge, speaks with conviction. Small business growth is essential for economic prosperity and job creation. Mark, a seasoned entrepreneur, responds, his voice resonating with experience. It's about empowering entrepreneurs to take risks and create new opportunities. Microphone stands Sentinel, poised to capture every nuance of their vital exchange. Under a bright, hopeful sky, new affordable housing units rise, promising stability and dignity. The construction buzzes with activity, each hammer strike resonating with the hope of future families. Sunlight glints off freshly laid bricks, symbols of safe and affordable homes for those in need. The development stands as a testament to community and progress, offering a foundation for brighter futures. Sunlight floods the Housing Development Office, highlighting the social worker as she assists a family amid stacks of forms. Brightly colored brochures promise a new beginning, their images stark against the reality of the paperwork. We're committed to providing safe and affordable housing for everyone in our community, the social worker assures, her words echoing in the hopeful space. The weight of expectation hangs in the air as the family listens, their expressions a mix of hope and apprehension. Inside the podcast studio, soundproofing panels line the walls, emphasizing the quiet focus of the space. Anna sits opposite Mark, their expressions intense under the studio lights. This one focused on reducing regulations and providing incentives for developers to build affordable housing. Anna explains, her tone measured. Mark nods, leaning forward slightly, his gaze unwavering. It's about ensuring that everyone has access to safe and affordable housing, Mark adds, his voice resonating with conviction. Beneath a bright sky, a moving van spills its contents onto the lawn of a modest new home. The family's faces are alight with smiles, each box carried a step towards a new beginning. Their eyes sparkle with excitement, reflecting dreams taking root in this humble abode. Gratitude radiates from them as they transform a house into a home, one box at a time. Sunlight floods the Housing Development Office, casting a warm glow on the neatly arranged space. The social worker's face radiates optimism, a beacon of hope in the bright room. Papers are stacked with precision, each one representing a life about to change. A miniature housing development stands proudly on a shelf, a symbol of progress and promise. The social worker gestures towards the model, her voice filled with conviction. This housing development is a symbol of our commitment to providing safe and affordable homes for all, she declares. In the podcast studio, microphones stand ready as Anna and Mark sit opposite each other, the banner behind them declaring housing matters. The air crackles with anticipation as microphones are adjusted and soft chatter fades. Anna leans forward, her expression earnest, as she states, affordable housing is essential for creating strong and stable communities. Mark nods in agreement, his gaze steady and sincere. "It's about ensuring that everyone has a place to call home," Mark says, his words resonating with conviction. The revitalized downtown bursts with life. New businesses beckoning with bright signs and open doors. Restaurants spill onto the sidewalks, their outdoor seating alive with chatter and laughter under the sundae. Entertainment venues hint at thrilling nights to come, their marquees promising excitement. People stroll along the vibrant streets, soaking in the renewed energy of a city reborn. Sunlight bathes the downtown development office, illuminating a sprawling miniature city. A city planner gestures passionately towards the model, hope shining in their eyes. Each tiny building and park glows under the bright light, a testament to urban dreams. "We're committed to creating a vibrant and thriving downtown area for everyone to enjoy," the city planner declares, their voice ringing with conviction. The model city gleams, a promise of a brighter, bustling future. Sunlight bathes the modern podcast studio as Anna prepares at the microphone, ready to discuss new initiatives. Mark leans in, focused and eager, across from Anna, ready to explore the details. Anna begins. This one focused on providing incentives for businesses to invest in downtown areas. Mark responds, his voice filled with purpose. "It's about creating vibrant and thriving communities and attracting new residents and businesses." The downtown festival bursts with life, a symphony of music and laughter celebrating the city's rebirth. Vibrant food stalls line the streets, offering a tantalizing array of treats under the bright daylight. A kaleidoscope of faces, young and old, are lost in the joyous entertainment, their smiles reflecting pure delight. The air crackles with energy as the community comes together, reveling in the shared experience. Every corner of the festival pulses with renewed hope and vibrant community spirit, a testament to revitalization. Sunlight floods the downtown development office, illuminating the promise of a new day. Dust motes dance in the golden rays, each a tiny celebration of progress. The city planner beams with pride, their expression radiating accomplishment and hope. A palpable sense of excitement fills the room, anticipation hanging in the air. "This downtown revitalization is a symbol of our commitment," the city planner declares, their voice ringing with conviction. "To creating a vibrant and thriving community for all," they conclude, their words echoing the shared vision. Sunlight streams into the podcast studio, illuminating Anna as she leans into the microphone, her expression earnest and sincere. Across from her, Mark nods thoughtfully, his gaze fixed on Anna as he listens intently. Anna's voice fills the studio, passionate and resolute. "Urban revitalization is essential for creating strong and vibrant communities," Mark affirms, his tone supportive. "It's about investing in our cities and towns and attracting new residents and businesses." Against the vast expanse of the rural landscape, a newly erected high-speed internet infrastructure pierces the sky, a stark monument to progress. Workers swarm the structure, their figures dwarfed by the scale of the digital behemoth as they meticulously install the final components. Each connection pulses with potential, promising to bridge the divide between remote isolation and the boundless digital world. The sun glints off the metallic surfaces, casting long shadows that stretch across fields once untouched by modern technology. A symbol of hope and transformation, the infrastructure stands ready to awaken the dormant potential of a digitally starved community. Sunlight floods the small classroom, illuminating rows of young faces bent over their laptops. The air buzzes softly with the silent hum of technology, a symphony of digital learning. Each student is absorbed in their own world, their eyes reflecting the glow of the screen. Fingers fly across keyboards, navigating a vast ocean of online resources. A collective concentration hangs in the air, a shared pursuit of knowledge in the digital age. The tidy classroom transforms into a portal, connecting these rural students to the wider world. Bathed in the warm glow of studio lights, Anna and Mark sit poised at a soundproof table, microphones standing ready. Neatly stacked papers hint at the serious discussion about to unfold. Anna leans forward, her expression earnest. This one focused on expanding high-speed internet access to rural areas. Mark nods thoughtfully, his gaze intense. It's about closing the digital divide, Mark states, his voice resonating with conviction. And ensuring that everyone has access to the internet, he concludes, emphasizing the importance of their mission. Once isolated, the rural community now thrives, transformed into a vibrant hub of digital connectivity. Laptops glow with inviting light from open windows, illuminating the faces of villagers engrossed in the digital world. Villagers gather around shared screens, their faces lit by the soft glow of endless possibilities. The gentle hum of a drone delivery van fills the air as it descends, bringing packages from afar. A digital billboard showcases the blend of tradition and modernity, local produce ads mingling with online learning opportunities. Sunlight floods the small rural school classroom, illuminating eager faces bent over glowing laptops. A quiet hum of concentration fills the air as students delve into the vast world of online learning. The teacher watches with a beaming smile, pride evident in her eyes as she witnesses their progress. She observes the students, marveling at the transformative impact of technology on their education. With heartfelt conviction, the teacher proclaims, "This internet access has transformed our school and our community." Inside the soundproof studio, Anna and Mark sit at the table, surrounded by microphones and acoustic panels. They share a relaxed smile, basking in the afterglow of a successful podcast recording. Anna leans forward slightly, her expression earnest as she speaks about the importance of connectivity. Broadband access is essential for economic growth and educational opportunity. Mark nods in agreement, emphasizing the core mission. It is about closing the digital divide and ensuring that everyone has access to the internet. The studio, bathed in soft light, encapsulates their shared commitment to bridging the digital divide. Sunlight floods the national park, illuminating a vast landscape of untouched wilderness. Ancient trees rise like silent guardians, their leaves whispering secrets in the gentle breeze. Wildlife roams undisturbed, a vibrant tableau of nature's harmony. The park stands as a sanctuary, a testament to the enduring power of preservation, a promise whispered on the wind, protection for generations yet to come. Sunlight floods the park ranger station, illuminating a large map that dominates the wall. Dust motes dance in the air as a park ranger addresses a group of visitors, their gestures animated. The ranger points to the map with fervor, highlighting the diverse flora and fauna of the park. Enthusiasm radiates from the ranger as they bring the park's wonders to life for the captivated visitors. Sunlight bathes the modern podcast studio as Anna and Mark prepare to speak, their faces illuminated with purpose. Anna gestures emphatically, her voice resonating in the soundproofed room. This one focused on protecting our national parks and preserving our natural resources. Mark nods, his expression serious and determined, echoing her passion. It's about ensuring that future generations can enjoy the beauty and wonder of our natural world, Mark adds, his words hanging in the air. Sunlight dapples through the canopy as visitors revel in the national park's splendor, their silhouettes moving along winding trails. Laughter drifts on the breeze, mingling with the rustling leaves, a symphony of nature and human joy. Campers gather around crackling fires, the scent of pine and wood smoke weaving through the air, creating a tapestry of sensory delight. Explorers venture into the heart of the wilderness, their figures dwarfed by towering trees and ancient rock formations. Seeking adventure, the park breathes with life, a vibrant ecosystem where human activity and natural beauty intertwine, creating moments of peace and wonder. Sunlight floods the park ranger station, illuminating the air with dancing dust motes. Amidst a backdrop of maps and charts, the park ranger stands as a steadfast guardian. His commanding presence fills the room, a figure of dedication. This national park is a treasure, he declares, his voice resonant with conviction. And we're committed to protecting it for future generations, he vows, his words echoing through the sunlit station. Sunlight floods the podcast studio, motes of dust swirling in golden rays as Anna prepares to speak. A focused expression settles on Anna's face as she leans into the microphone. Environmental conservation is essential for protecting our planet and preserving our natural resources, Anna declares, her voice clear and strong. Mark nods in agreement, the subtle adjustment of his headphones a sign of his deep engagement. It's about ensuring that future generations can enjoy the beauty and wonder of our natural world, Mark adds, his tone earnest and hopeful. The studio is filled with the shared passion of two voices united in their commitment to the earth. A vibrant marketplace bursts with life, laughter echoing through the stalls as vendors hawk their wares under the warm Sunday. Children's joyful screams fill a sun-drenched park as they chase each other, their carefree spirits embodying the community's vitality. Neighbors gather on welcoming front porches, sharing stories and laughter, their bonds woven tightly into the fabric of their community. The air crackles with a sense of unity and shared purpose, a palpable feeling of belonging that binds these thriving communities together. Sunlight floods the cozy coffee shop, filled with the murmur of conversations and the aroma of freshly brewed coffee. Around a small table, Tom leans forward, excitement sparkling in his eyes. I just had the most amazing experience. Maria's face lights up with anticipation, her voice eager. Oh, tell us about it. John nods in agreement, his curiosity piqued. Yeah, we're all ears. Lisa smiles warmly, expressing her enthusiasm. I love hearing positive stories. Captain David, his gaze thoughtful, adds his agreement. Indeed, a bit of good news is always welcome. The town basks in the warm embrace of a sunset, its revitalized streets glowing with hope. Hues of orange, pink, and purple ignite the sky, painting a breathtaking panorama of optimism. A golden light washes over the buildings, creating long shadows that dance in the twilight. The air is filled with a sense of peace as the day gently surrenders to the approaching night. Sunlight bathes the podcast studio, illuminating the poised microphones and the soundproof table. Anna and Mark sit in a comfortable silence, the air thick with unspoken stories and shared reflections. A moment of contemplative pause fills the studio as they prepare to delve into their next topic. Anna breaks the silence, her voice clear and measured. These are just a few examples of the positive impact of the codified executive orders. The weight of their discussion hangs in the air, a testament to the power of their shared narrative. The podcast studio is bathed in sunlight, illuminating the soundproofed walls as Mark adjusts his microphone. A determined look settles on Mark's face as he leans forward, ready to broadcast his message. His voice resonates through the studio, clear and resolute. These policies are creating jobs, Mark declares, his conviction filling the room. Revitalizing communities and improving the lives of countless Americans, he adds, his words carrying the weight of promise. Anna sits poised in the soundproof podcast studio, the microphone a silent sentinel before her. A subtle smile plays on her lips, hinting at the stories waiting to be told. She nods gently, a signal of readiness to begin her broadcast. Her voice, clear and confident, fills the room. The new Sentinel will continue to report on the positive outcomes of these policies. The words hang in the air, a promise of continued optimism and dedication. Anna's gaze is fixed, unwavering, as she delivers her message to the unseen audience. Inside the brightly lit podcast studio, a sense of anticipation fills the air. Mark sits comfortably at the table, the microphone poised before him, ready to capture every word. He smiles warmly, his eyes sparkling with genuine enthusiasm for the stories he's about to share. His voice resonates with hope as he sets the stage. Stay tuned for more stories of hope and opportunity. The studio lights gleam, highlighting the promise of inspiration and possibility. A beckoning invitation hangs in the air, drawing listeners into a world of uplifting narratives. Inside the podcast studio, anticipation hangs in the air as Anna and Mark settle in behind the soundboard. Sleek microphones stand ready, poised to capture every word. A shared glance passes between Anna and Mark, hinting at the stories about to unfold. Warm smiles radiate from them, promising listeners an engaging journey. The studio lights cast a hopeful glow, setting the stage for connection and conversation. A palpable energy fills the room as they prepare to share their voices with the world. A montage begins, showcasing a future brimming with life and promise. Dedicated workers immerse themselves in their tasks, their faces alight with purpose and resolve. Families intertwine, their laughter echoing, their bonds fortified by a shared sense of belonging and love. Communities unite, their collective efforts weaving a tapestry of support and collaboration. Together, they construct a world brimming with hope, a testament to their unwavering commitment to a brighter tomorrow. The screen ignites with the logo of the new Sentinel, boldly displayed beneath. The tagline declares, "Reporting the truth, one story at a time." The words glow, promising revelation, a beacon of integrity in a world of shadows. The studio lights hum, ready to broadcast. The truth is about to be unveiled.